Welcome back, bro. So I assume again that you have watched all the other parts. So I'm just gonna go straight into it. So the sixth most important muscle group to train is your abs. If you think about it, every Greek god that you have seen has abs. That's like, the core thing about them. It's the abs. That's what shows strength and attractiveness of a guy's physique. So that is the sixth important muscle group. Think about it. Every other muscle group that I've mentioned before, right? Imagine if you didn't have abs. Just imagine if you was fat. Something would be off, right? Like, sure enough, you will have good muscle and all this, but if you didn't have the abs, something would be missing. He will still just look like a fatty, like more like a strong man, right? And that's not attractive for a woman. For most women. Like, some will probably prefer it, but you know what I mean, right? So how do we train the abs? Actually, something that I quickly want to mention is that abs are not made in the kitchen entirely. Of course, it will be hard to see your abs if you have a lot of fat. But just because you lose all your fat doesn't mean that your abs are just visible all of a sudden. Think about it. What are abs? Exactly. They are muscle too, bro. They are muscle. So, of course, you have to grow the muscle to, for it to be seen. So, how do we best do this? There's 2 exercises that I have been doing that have grown my entire abs. Like, I don't know if you can see it for the light. I have pretty great abs. If I should say so myself, I've actually just been eating myself full, so think about that. Yeah. Anyway, so for our upper abs, we have 4 of the upper abs, and then we have the 2 lower. Some have 8, or maybe everybody have 8, and just some are not shown. I don't really know that specific, but we're just thinking about the 6 abs. Okay, so the 2 upper parts, we train those best by doing sit-ups. And actually, you want to progress it so that you can do, what's it called? Decline sit-ups. Sadly, I don't really have a video of this, so I can see you the form. But basically, you just sit on a decline, then you have your hands behind your head, and now you're just curling your body up and trying to squeeze your abs. That's the best I can explain. I sadly don't have a video of it. Maybe I can film it someday and show you, but yeah. And then the next exercise is for our lower abs, which is the most important because those are actually the ones that are mostly underdeveloped. Because actually your abs are getting pretty much trained by just doing compound movements or standing bicep curls. You have to have a really strong core. So we actually train our core daily when we do train at the gym, most exercises. So mostly you won't really have to put that much focus on it. So mostly it's the lower abs that I would recommend that you focus on to get a better physique. And what do we do here? First of all, if you don't have abs yet, I definitely don't think that you can just start off by doing knee raises. It depends on your weight. Like, if you're kind of lightweight, you won't have that much trouble hanging on your bar. But if you're more heavyweight and you maybe have a hard time hanging, then maybe I will recommend you to start laying on the floor and do lying leg raises. The tip here is that you get your body a little bit off the ground and just, again, try to curl your body inwards. That's how you activate your lower abs, and try to have your legs straight. That's the best way to do it. When you can do like 10 to 12 reps there, that's when you progress it to do it on a hanging bar. If you still can't hang on a bar, then you keep trying to practice it. Then you just try to focus on getting stronger on your hanging. When you've learned that, that's when you go to now doing hanging knee raises. And here, again, it's about curling your body inwards, curling it upwards while getting your knees in to your body. When you can do that for 10 to 12 reps, then you do it with straight hanging leg raises, or you can just try to go higher. So you do your knees to your chest, and then you just keep progressing it. So yes, those are the exercises to build the abs. You don't really have to overcomplicate it. It's not like chest where you have to do incline, flat, chest flies, all these different kind of exercises. It's just 2. 1 for your upper, 1 for your lower, and train it at least 2 times per week. That's what I would recommend. That's how I have at least grown my abs. So I hope that you got a lot of useful information from this video, and go down and subscribe to the channel, because if you feel like me, we're getting into a weaker society, and I want to get a stronger society back. I want to build the men up, get them on self-improvement so we can improve our lives instead of wasting our times at festivals. Because what does it actually benefit you? Think about, what does it actually fucking benefit you, bro? Everybody does it, but what has it benefited them? Okay, they might say, oh, I've had a little bit of fun, but it's fun to be on a self-improvement journey too. It's fun when you fall in love with the journey. But think about it. Would you rather have 2 years of pleasure? Maybe 5, right? Maybe 5 years of pleasure now, and then you will have to work 60 years for the rest of your lives? Or do you want 5 years of pain and then living 50 years free? You gotta ask yourself that question. But if you think that the freedom is greater, then you have come to the right channel. Go down, subscribe to get 1% better every day. Love you, bro.